En casa de abuelita, siempre hay tortillas. In my grandmother's home, there are always tortillas. No matter the occasion, tortillas will always be and find a place at the table. The smell of masa on a hot comal will always remind me of my abuelita's kitchen. I was a recipient of such gift until my grandmother invited me into the kitchen to learn how to make them myself. I walked into the kitchen, my abuelita placed an apron over me and asked me to tie my hair back. She poured the dry masa into a bowl, had me add a pinch of salt, and then slowly began to pour the warm water into the dry ingredients. As she poured the warm water, she instructed me to feel the masa, to use my fingers to incorporate all of the clumps I felt. As my eyes constantly looked up to seek validation, to see if I was doing it right, she met me with questions of how the masa felt. Because how the masa felt to my hands was the only marker of validation I needed. Once everything was incorporated, we formed small balls of dough and began to give the dough a shape. Hands once again, working the dough into the desired shape. Once the comal was hot and ready, the dough was laid to rest and cook. And then we felt for heat. Feeling for heat helped us know when it was time to flip the tortilla to the other side so it could continue to cook. And then came my favorite part, watching them puff up and rise. For once they puff up, it was time to put them aside to keep them warm. The ingredients were simple, but the process was filled with abundance. Hands had planted the seed. Hands had watered the seed. Hands had cared for its harvest. And as the kernels met their maturity, hands plucked the hard grains and separated the kernels from the cob. The dry corn was then treated in a diluted solution of slaked lime or wood ash, and as they soak for hours. Once the maize was soaked for hours, hands rinsed it and dried it, and then pulverized it into the masa that I held in my hands. All those hands joined together, generation after generation, met mine. En mi mesa siempre hay tortillas para compartir. At my table, there will always be tortillas to share. With the reminder that abundance is found in the simple ingredients cultivated by many hands, enjoyed by many hands, and extended to many hands.